Okay, let's dive in. We're looking at some fascinating source material today, all stemming from this big 2-year survey.
Right, asking adults what they really wanted to learn about.
And the number one thing after health, it wasn't, making more money or tech stuff. It was people.
Yeah, how to understand people, get along with them.
Yeah.
Basically that whole how to win friends and influence people's idea.
But here's the kicker the sources found.
Yeah,
Despite everyone wanting this, there just wasn't much practical guidance out there.
exactly. A real gap. So this material we're digging into, it's trying to be that practical handbook based on years of research and, well, real life.
And it's not just academic theory, is it? The core message seems to be that handling people is maybe the most critical skill.
Absolutely. But it's one we're almost never formally taught.
The principles here, they apparently came from talking to loads of successful people, tested in what sounds like a unique lab for adult relationships.
Yeah, they call it the first and only laboratory of human relationships for adults. The goal isn't just knowing stuff. It's about, like, building new habits, a
Yeah.
whole new way of interacting.
And some of these principles, they kind of go against your first instinct, don't they?
Oh, definitely. That's what makes them so interesting and probably so powerful.
Okay, let's get into some specifics. Like, take arguments. The material is pretty blunt here.
Uh-huh. It basically says
Uh,
you can't win one. Just flat out.
and criticism. Forget
Well,
about it. Futile, even dangerous.
right, because think about it. It wounds pride, makes people defensive, resentful. It just doesn't work long term.
The sources even bring in B.F. Skinner's research.
Yeah, the animal studies. Showing reward works way better than punishment for learning. The idea is it's pretty much the same for humans. Criticism is like punishment.
So the alternative isn't just not criticizing.
No, it's actively doing the opposite, giving honest, sincere appreciation.
And the key word there is sincere, not just, cheap flattery.
Exactly. Flattery feels fake. This is about genuinely recognizing something good. There's this amazing story in the sources about Stevie Wonder, back when he was just Stevie Morris, a young blind kid.
Oh, I think I know this one.
A teacher genuinely appreciated his incredible ears, his talent for sound. And he later said, that single moment of real appreciation, it changed everything. Started his new life.
Wow. That really shows the power of it.
It really does.
Okay, so appreciation, not criticism. What else? There's something about focusing on the other person.
Yes, hugely important. Talk in terms of what they want. The analogy used is fishing.
Ah, you don't bait the hook with strawberries and cream because you like it.
Exactly. You use worms because that's what the fish wants. So you influence people by showing how your idea helps them get what they desire.
There was that example about the rent increase.
Right. Instead of fighting about the price, the tenant focused on what the landlord wanted. Reliable payments, no hassle, and framed the offer that way. Got a much better deal.
It's a total shift in perspective.
It is. And tied into that is being a good listener. Like a really good listener.
Encouraging people to talk about themselves.
Think of someone like Freud. A lot of his power came from just listening intently. The source material points out, maybe a bit bluntly, that people care way more about their own problems, their own lives, than yours.
So true, unfortunately. Or maybe just human nature.
Probably. So, listening, truly listening, gives people something they deeply crave attention, a chance to talk about their favorite subject, themselves.
And underlying all these techniques, there's this attitude, right?
Yeah, kind of formula. Genuinely try to see things from their point of view, feel sympathy for their ideas, their desires. It's crucial.
Okay, so these principles: avoid criticism, appreciate sincerely, focus on their wants, listen, see their perspective. They sound simple enough on paper.
Deceptively simple, maybe, because actually doing them consistently, that's hard.
Why? Because our natural tendency is often the exact opposite.
Pretty much. We often default to criticizing, thinking about our own needs, wanting to talk about ourselves. The sources are clear. This takes real effort, persistence, like building any new habit.
It's not about manipulating people, then.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It's framed as finding solutions where everybody wins. strengthening relationships.
So, wrapping this up, this deep dive shows that mastering how we interact with each other isn't about some complex theory. It's about these, well, simple but difficult practices.
Yeah, sincere appreciation, genuine interest, seeing their side, things that require constant effort against our own impulses.
The sources claim these principles can, like, work like magic, even revolutionize lives. It really makes you think.
hmm If just focusing on one or two of these consistently could make such a difference, what could really committing to them do for your own relationships, your own success? Something to ponder.